What is up, fellas? And I say fellas for a reason, because today's video, I would normally have started with guys, being inclusive, of course, to each and every gender. But today, I'm just talking to you men. First, this is my start base, guys. I will be uploading on a daily basis, showing you the journey back to Jackedville, while at the same time utilizing things such as rollerblades and doing a whole ton of fun stuff that I've always wanted to do, which I couldn't do when my hips did not have the lateral movement they are supposed to have. Now that my stuff all moves the way I want it to move, sky's the limit, guys. Sky's the limit. So I apologize for the long delay bringing out new content, but there's no point giving you incomplete content. So today's story, it's all about the death of the masculine gym and the negatives it has on men. So, when the epidemic started, I had just sold Elite Fitness. I was like, you know what, I got a home gym. I don't need it. I don't need to train with anybody else as such. I know what to do. And what happened over the next few years, I detrained. I ended up not training very much. And I got to the point where even if I wanted to go and train with a load of friends, it wouldn't have been very wise. I would have probably given myself rhabdo. So to understand the core of this issue, let me take you back to the year 2002. A young 16-year-old Cornelius who had been training on the Chuck Norris Total Gym, following the methods of the one and only Bruce Lee. I'm only joking with you guys, but yes, I had spent 4 years training at home on a Chuck Norris Total Gym and some basic equipment. I was up to 176 pounds. I looked pretty overall good. I had great abs. When I went to the skate park, I was always the most jacked of the people, so I went to UL, University Gym, basically in the first week it opened. And I remember walking in and just freezing and looking and seeing just several men standing there. They had rag tops displaying thick pectorals. They had bandanas, usually over a shaved head. They had these gnarly forearms just hanging out of their shirt, and they were, hoisting heavy weights. Foreplay on the incline Smith. And at this time, I couldn't even bench press 2 plates. Didn't even have the equipment at home for a 2-plate bench. I had like a bench that went up to 135, and even 135, the thing might just break underneath you. Happened before, probably could happen again. But what I noticed more than anything was as soon as the nerves had left me and I could really breathe in and feel the environment, the energy in that room was something I've never experienced before. And over the next couple of years, not only did I train there, but I also joined a powerlifting gym, Ger McNamara's Irish Westside Barbell. This gym was so crazy, guys. Number one, it was in South Hill, Limerick, which is the most dangerous area you can imagine. It's like, imagine the ghetto. Imagine there's like horse and carts and people. It's a crazy place. And inside this little community center, there was just this group, sub 10 men, all training to be the freaking best in the world. Like they'd miss lifts and they'd be like, rah! And they would throw a plate through the freaking window. And I was like, oh, geez, so this is different. But guys, I freaking loved it. Every moment of it. I couldn't wait. I would go in there and I would spend every ounce of my energy, everything I had, my full effort. And I would go home and I would feel at peace. I found after a really hard workout, I could feel at peace and be extremely productive and happy in myself for about 2 days. And then I would have to explore my deep psyche through the physical flesh that is hard training again. And I found that I'd always say, I can take 1 day off, no problem. I can take 2 days off, yeah, okay, no problem, but don't take 3 days off. Day 3, I would start getting a little irritated and it just wouldn't be what I wanted it to be. And it's only now, after these years with the epidemic, not training with my group of guys, that I realize what a difference it makes. So, not to blow my own horn, but in most gyms I went to, I was the most hardcore, which generally meant I was a bit of a hole and would, honestly show my ass a lot, just because I would rip up 7 plates and I'd be like, none of your beeps can do that, just stuff you didn't need to be doing. But naturally, I gravitated to gyms where that was seen as okay. South Carolina Barbell, I used to drive 70 miles one way, 3 times per week in college when money was very limited and so was time, just to do this training, just to train around that environment. When I owned Elite Fitness itself, I don't consider it a hardcore gym. It is the neighborhood gym. That's what it's called. But I would have friends and clients that would come and do battle with me. There would be Dale Chance. We'd be doing hack squats. He would out hack squat me by a single rep. I would take my belt off and I would go, damn it. And I would throw the belt. Deep breath. And then I'd be like, okay, next person set. Let's get it, brother. Everything you've got. Because at the end of the day, we're not competing against each other, but we are competing with each other to push ourselves to our highest freaking potential every single workout. That is the masculine gym. That is the masculine workout. We are supposed to go, scream and expand, like that, because these primitive sucking in of air, expelling energy, we're made to do it. We cannot be healthy, masculine men if we do not express ourselves in an animalistic, in sometimes barbaric kind of way. And for that, you need the right environment. Look, let's be honest. We all love women being in the gym. I remember when my mom was like the only woman in the gym. And then over the years, it's changed. Now it's often more women than men. That's awesome. But never forget why you're there. So you got a lot of guys. It's easy to be distracted by scantily clad women that are in great shape. Let's be honest. We don't want that. The time that you train is sacred. Which is 1 to 2 hours, however many times per week. The only people you want to share that with is your training partner. That's not to say you can't train with women. I've had many great female training partners, but they were also female partners that would allow me to put my headphones on, to go into my own world, and then just to unleash upon their working set. And they would be there to support me and help me, and they wouldn't obviously get terrified and would be understanding of why I was doing that. So over the last few years, I haven't done that. I haven't made progress. I felt worse in myself. I tried to put my efforts into making money, and the universe just kept saying, nope, Cornelius, that's not the way. Voyager, who said they were guaranteed to $250,000, they're bankrupt. You lose all that money. All that effort, you lost it. Why? Because putting the effort externally is only important once you have done the effort internally. And for people like you, and hopefully I'm saying you, because if you're watching this, it's not like I have that many people watching this at this point. With that said, please like and subscribe. I would highly appreciate it, and I will be putting out a lot of content. Look, anything you can do to help me push this forward, I would really mightily appreciate it. But it takes a certain level. You can't just go to a skate park with your skates and be a total beginner and join in with like Chris Haffey and Chris Farmer, so, professional skaters. Just the same, you can't just go into a gym and you can't even bench press. You're not even at the 100-pound dumbbells, and then you want to train with these like freaks who are all using the 150s. That's usually not the case. Now, I have had training partners like Tommy Ferris, 150-pound, 5'9", middle-aged dude. No, he wasn't as strong, but the aggression, the energy, he would put it into every set, and then he would spur everybody else on. And what I'm saying is, find yourself a group of guys. Anyone who is watching this, who used to train with me, if you want to train with me again, please let me know. I will come to you to train. That's how important it is to me now, because it is everything. And our modern gyms where they're like, shh, don't make any noise. And sure, I'm all into control training. I'm into being able to not make any noise, not move at all, just have this absolute calm and stillness. But there is a time to get psyched up. There is a time to grab the weight and go, what now? What now? When you lock that weight out in this pure energy that can be felt by everybody in the room, and we can all join in. If you have 50 points of energy, I have maybe 30. This person over here has 80. We can combine that energy. And every time it's time for you to do a set, that energy will drive you freaking forwards. So look, find a gym that allows you to train like a freaking man, and find at least one other man that is willing to do what may look like a combination of masochism and sadism, but in reality, no. It is true brotherhood. Two men pushing, or numerous men pushing each other to be their best, like the ancient Romans did, the Vikings, anyone in history. We have nothing to do battle with in everyday life. So instead of going and ending up having a falling down moment where you just have a total crackdown because you're just like, I can't handle this anymore, make sure that you are doing what you need in the gym. And trust me when I say going into your planet flipness is not the right place for that. You can create the same kind of environment at home, but get a buddy to come in. Get someone who doesn't just want to see you do 6 reps and then he's like, oh, I'm only going to do 5. No, you want someone who's going to try and match your 6 and then one better you, and then next set it's your turn again. So please, if you like it, give me a little like, follow, ring the bell, all that stuff. I'm trying to get YouTube going again. I tried a little bit at the start of the epidemic. It wasn't the time. Now I have reduced my coaching load from about 100% of what I had before to about 20%. I love my clients, guys. It's like they're my world along with my family. But I realized when I had over 100 clients, I couldn't put energy into me anymore. And it's like I kind of had used up what I had to give back then. Now it's time to reinvent myself, get myself growing, lead the way. I thought it for a while that I could just lead by my knowledge. I've done it for a quarter of a century, pretty versed in this stuff. But no one should want or have a coach that is not willing to walk the walk every single day. And that's what you guys are going to get on here if you want to follow. And if you don't want to follow, thanks for watching this far anyway. Appreciate you guys. Much love.